welcome to the channel. So this video is all going to be about what a micro YouTuber who runs a lot and trains uses as his camera setup. Some good points and bad points, why I use X, Y, and Z, and why I maybe don't use other cameras, and the main camera that I do use, and why I'm also sticking with the ZV1. Here it is in 2022. Love that thing. If you know me, you know that obviously this is my channel and I love running, I love all sorts of gym stuff, I like training, cycling, and I have to document that in order to make my little YouTube channel. Therefore, I need a camera, and that camera has to have a very ease of use. It's got to have portability, it's got to have loads of good sort of stability. There's a whole list. So this won't be too much about the specifications for the cameras, but why I use X, Y, and Z over others. I've got about 4 cameras that I use on a regular basis, some for different reasons, but I'm going to kick it off with the old school, well, not the old school, but the classic GoPro. This is the GoPro 9. Now I use this one here predominantly if I'm going to go further and I'm going to move my feet a long time, because I can obviously change the battery on the go, which is key here. So I can change the battery on the go, so I don't have to recharge it, just have to have new other batteries. This one is obviously a bit more robust than other cameras because you can change the lens cap. It's a solid old beast, it always seems to work, it does its trick, it's a good old handy tool. So if I'm going to go for a long few days out, whatever it is, this is the one that I'll take with me because of all those reasons. The quality is amazing. We all know that the qualities of these cameras are all excellent. 4K and 60, I mean, they are superb resolution, superb quality, excellent. Again, I'm not going to go into too much in the specifications, but I'm going to talk to you why I might use one over the other. So if I'm going to go long and far, this is the one I would take because it's robust, got the batteries, and it will go on and on and on. So next would be this one here. So this is the DJI Action 2, and again, I love this little thing here. It's a great little piece of kit. Again, all super quality, you know, 4K, 60 frames per second, etc., etc., etc. I'm not going to go into the specifications. This is just me about why I use certain cameras. So this one here, extremely light and portable. When you put it into the small modular system like this, it just clips onto the selfie stick, and away you go, and you have superb quality. Literally just a featherweight, it's hardly anything. So it can tuck away to a tiny little size. But the problem is with this one is obviously, although you can put it in a case, it's not bulletproof. You know, if you drop this, you're going to crack it, and you're in trouble here. Same with the back here. So you have to be quite cautious with this one here. This obviously isn't waterproof like the GoPro, so again, that's another reason why. It doesn't have a replaceable battery, so that's another reason why you might not want to use this one for long trips. But for the short trips, it's great because it weighs nothing. It goes into a tiny, smaller modular system, and it can click. Also, it's magnetic as well, so it can click onto things like this here. Not that I'm wearing anything, but you can click onto like necklace with a magnet on the other side, like that. Lampposts, etc., which gives you just, again, good easy use. Get some good interesting shots without the fluff of a tripod moving around. So the DJI Action 2 is a winner in my book for that. And this is the one that I use predominantly on a day-to-day basis because it's so small, so lightweight, and so easy to use. Another option is this one here. So this is the Insta 360 Go 2. Now this is a tiny little thing. So if we want to talk about size, this is the smallest camera, I think, on the market. The only issue here with this one here is that it only goes into 1440p resolution, which means that it's not as crystal clear, but on a phone, if you're watching your stuff on an iPhone or YouTube, the videos and things, you probably won't really notice it too much. Although I do sense that in the colors out of this one here, there's a funny sort of browny, yellowy tint to it, which I always puts me off, so I always have to mess around in post. So that's the other thing. But the quality obviously isn't quite as good, but it is absolutely tiny. And again, like the DJI Action 2, it's got loads of magnetic things. You can put it all over. Obviously my head's not magnetic, but you can put it in the clips on your head, on your hat. It weighs nothing when it goes there. And again, magnetic, so you can just, well, hang on, you can just clip it to stuff and it hangs. Again, it can charge up into here. It doesn't have a replaceable battery, so you have to keep this on charge, but it does have a nice little nifty tripod system here, so you can do selfie stuff, talk. It's all in a big pack, you know, it's all in one package here. So it is a nice one to capture the moment, but as a main one, no, I think the quality is just not on par with the DJI or the GoPro. That's it on regards to the portability. The smaller cameras, the action cameras, they are the ones that I use. Again, going long, going far, the GoPro because you've got the replaceable batteries. short, sharp and fun. This one here, the DJI, again, because it's good quality. And just to make sure you capture all the moments, you have the Insta 360 Go 2. You also have one more option. You've got your phone, but the phone's, well, this one here is the iPhone 13 Max. Very good quality, but I still find the image is just overly sharpened and it just looks too digital. I can't work out why. But, and also the stability is not great on this one, especially when you're running. I know there's the 14 out, which does have that action mode, which is great, and I will get that one in about 2 or 3 months' time when I can, but right now I'm on that one. So yeah, there's a lot to play with.
So that's what it looks like if it's pointing into the sun. I'm standing about 1 meter away from the camera, and I've got the DJI, the GoPro, and the Insta 360.
And how does it handle stabilization? It's all pretty much the same. So I'm just now running with them. That's annoying, that's my thing rattling. But now we're going to go into a slightly lower light. And again, how does it look? Again, into the sun and the greens and the reds. Right, so that should give you a rough idea of how they differ. Finally is the camera that I use now for my vlogging. So this is the Sony ZV1. I've had it for over a year. I absolutely love this little thing because it is so small, again, very portable, and I think it really gives a lovely color, great color science, and it's just the ease of use straight out of the box. I don't have to mess around too much with any of the functions. Inbuilt ND filter, it works really well with the lights, but I really am pleased with that little setup there. It's a nice little gizmo, and it's very easy to use. And again, that comes into my main sort of factor when I kind of look at the cameras, is just the ease of use. I want it to be simple, ease of use, straight out of the box. I can play around a little bit, but it's just much better when it's straight out of the night. When it's straight out of the box, it looks good. That blurred background, the focus, is always on point in regards to picking up things close. It has a really good autofocus. Look at that, it's really, I'll test it. Whoop. Yeah, nice and sharp. And it gives you that nice depth of field with that slightly blurry background as well. But I think for me, this Sony ZV1 works well. That's it for me. I hope that hasn't gone too long. I hope to give you good ideas about what I use. Audio is another thing that I need to speak about. The cameras, all the action cameras kind of had the same sort of audio. I do think audio is really key, and I have had many issues in the past. So I'm tending to use my Rode wireless mic. And I even did that this morning, plugging it into this one here via a USB-C into a TRS cable. DJI mic looks really nice because you can get the dual mic as well, so it'd be great to use if you're interviewing or talking to other people whilst on the go. Plus you can use it to control off and on, so that's another good one to look out for. So anyway, in summary, as a YouTuber, as a micro YouTuber who's been around for about 1.5 years, 2 years now, whatever it is, that's all the cameras that I use, the why and the how. Actually, there is one more camera, it's my drone. I use the DJI Mini SE. It's really the cheapest one possible. It's about £250, dead cheap. But it's just good to get those sort of aerial shots and just to change it around. But that's just on the charge right now. And that's it, really. Gimbal wise, no need to use a gimbal for the action cameras. And I would say there is for the Sony, because the Sony doesn't have the best stabilization. And I do have a gimbal, hold on, the Fujitech G6 Max. Now, it's a great gimbal, but again, it's a bit of a faff because you've got to put it in every time. It's quite heavy, but it does work to get those nice smooth B-rolls. Anyway, that's it. I will see you soon. Hope that helps. If you like it, please leave a like, click that like button, and also subscribe to the channel because it will really help me out. And that's it. I'm gonna go. See you soon. Take care. Bye. I'm out.